Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me for this newest pick a card. This is regarding what energies are headed your way, and I don't know if you've done pick a cards in the past, but how I typically do them is I close my eyes and I think of the numbers 1 through 4, and whatever number floats into my mind first is the one that I select. Some of you are more visual, I know, so you could either maybe look at the stones, and whichever stone you're more attracted to, you could select it that way, or the numbers themselves, or the colors of the numbers, however you feel drawn. Just make sure that you're going with your very first instinct, and of course you can select more than one pile if you feel drawn to do so. I am so happy that you're here with me. If you enjoy this, please consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you in your pile. Take care. Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me for this pick a card. This pick a card is going to be regarding what energies are coming toward you at this time. So if you're new to my channel, you may not have heard me say this, but I typically do not do predictions because I do believe in the laws of attraction and the powers of manifestation. And I also feel like what we set our mind on is what kind of becomes the pathway forward for us. So that being said, I do believe in certain energies, and I do feel like there are always energies near us. We are made up of energies as well. I love Reiki for that reason. I do feel like energies are movable and that we are surrounded by them. So for pile number 1, if you chose this stone or number 1, you have some lovely energy coming towards you. You guys may have seen doves recently, or perhaps birds are important to you, or there's a symbolic dove on this card. That's why I'm saying that. Doesn't have to resonate with all of you, but that's something that came forward with this Circle of Eternal Joy card, Timeless Dance of Life. So dance could be important to this group, or this is some way kind of saying, enjoy yourself, move your body. I don't remember a time that I've been dancing, either alone or with a group of people, that I wasn't enjoying myself or laughing or having a good time just moving my body. That could be a message. But that's the type of energy coming in, kind of like I just heard youthful. So something that's going to make you feel like you want to dance, or just an invigorating energy. It's beautiful. This also says become the true you, show the world who you really are and what you were born to do. You guys could be feeling very inspired at this time, or the energy coming towards you will make you feel inspired. You guys could be really in touch with your emotions right now too. Queen of Cups is very loving. She has a very nurturing energy. You guys could be reflecting. I was thinking about some family issues that I have had kind of ongoing, so that could be something that is coming up in your mind, but I feel like you are crossing the bridge from those, and you are able to kind of tap into this timeless dance of life. I do want to read you guys a little bit of what this card stands for. I love this deck. It is absolutely wonderful, and it usually gives me so much insight. I just want to read you a little excerpt from what this card says. It says, this card brings profoundly encouraging guidance. Your life is eternal, and you are always connected to the bliss of your spiritual perspective. No matter what you may be going through, know that you can still find happiness, purpose, and understanding in the dance that is your current life. There may be a literal message as well that suggests more dance, or perhaps to take a dance class, and to find joy in movement and music. There may also be a party coming up, or a wedding for you or someone that you know. Remember to find your bliss in little moments. Let yourself dance, laugh, sing, and enjoy. You guys may have a celebration coming up too, which is really lovely. So either way, any way you look at it, pile 1, I love the energy coming in for you. It's really beautiful. Let yourself feel your emotions, and then, just kind of take a perspective in regards to how far you've come and what you have to celebrate in life. I feel like that's kind of what this is about, the dance of life. the song, The Dance, is something that I hope you dance. I've dedicated that song to my daughter many times when I've sang to her. I love to sing, and when she was little, I used to sing that song to her. And look that up. It's a beautiful song, I Hope You Dance, by Leanne Womack, and it's just a lovely, lovely song. Maybe that will resonate with some of you. And when I was pulling your cards, I was saying what energies are coming towards pile number 1, but I slipped up and said angels at one point. So you guys are really protected, I feel, or you are receiving spiritual guidance, or there's angelic beings that kind of want to protect you at this time. It's really lovely. I do want to just pull a couple more cards here with you guys on camera. What is Spirit's advice for pile number 1? Bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. So yeah, I do feel like you guys are going to be tapping into your heart space, and people might be doing this with you. Perhaps you are kind of the person that people look to for emotional support. It could be vice versa, but it's just basically saying that you have the ability or the energies coming in to mend anything going on in your heart space. And I feel like it's kind of like a lightheartedness that will help you get through anything right now. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope you enjoyed this message. If you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Just trying to grow my channel. I do plan on posting more. I know I said that before, but I will start getting on a better schedule here now that some of the things in my life have kind of slowed down. So thank you so much for being with me. I hope you enjoyed that message. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose number 2 or this beautiful stone, these are going to be the energies coming towards you. So I've been saying this, I'm going to continue to say this throughout this video, but I don't necessarily believe in providing predictions through tarot, because I more or less like to check energies. And I know this is saying that energies coming towards you. I wholeheartedly believe in the power of manifestation, the laws of attraction. I think like what we focus on is what kind of comes about. So we attract the frequency that we emit. So I just want to keep saying that throughout these videos, because we have the opportunity and power to change the types of interactions we have in the future in terms of how we present our energy. So I just want to make that clear, because I am saying what energies are coming toward pile 2. So pile 2, I was intending on only pulling 1 card, but these all 3 flipped out at once, and I felt like that was important, so I kept them. I feel like some of you, there's going to be different parts that pop out more for this group than others. I feel like this group might be a little bit divided in energy. Doesn't have to be, and some of you may resonate with all of the energy I'm picking up on. So some of you are really, really focused on a new inspiration or a new goal, or you've got some kind of exciting venture that you want to focus more on, and you have decided to kind of set more boundaries in terms of your time and your energy in order to kind of create this sacred action that you're really focused on. And I do want to read a little bit about this card, because no matter which group you are, I feel like this card is the most important card in terms of what energy is coming towards you. And this card is telling you to let go of hesitation. Your soul longs for you to move forward on your path. Whether your goal is personal, professional, or spiritual, you have the power to manifest whatever you desire. Now is the time to resolve to pick a direction that calls to your heart and act. So you also, that wasn't the only, there's more in the book about this card, but that's what really spoke to me about the card. And you also have this new beginnings. Take this as an opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. I also feel like some of you may have felt stuck in a situation, or something was holding you back from certain things in your life. And with the 8 of Swords, what is interesting about this card is she's really not trapped. It's an illusion. If she just, moved that blindfold, she'd see that she can step forward without any barriers. And also I feel like these whatever she's tied up with, I feel like they're very loose. I feel like if she just wiggled her way out a little bit, she would know that there is a pathway forward. And I do feel like you guys have recently discovered that. I feel like there was some stuck energy and you have been able to kind of realize that you need to set boundaries for yourself in order to pursue the goals that you are very passionate about. I feel like there's some passionate new beginnings that this group wants to start. You may need to use your communication in order to kind of help yourself move forward. Perhaps you need to communicate certain boundaries to others, or, you know, just focus more on how you are communicating to others in order to move forward. When we see this dolphin here, they have a specific frequency that they communicate with each other on. It's also about, you know, letting a little bit more softness into your communication, joy, softness. When we think of, you know, dolphins kind of playing in the water, that's kind of what I'm feeling. And I also had this card that popped out, but it hid itself. And I went back to look to see what it was. And I feel like you guys do need to go a little bit more with the flow. Perhaps you were feeling really trapped in your mind, trapped in your space, trapped in your circumstances. But I feel like the universe is kind of saying, go with the flow a little bit. This is about like letting go, letting the ebbs and flows of life kind of lead you a little bit. So go more with the flow. Don't feel as rigid in this group. Just kind of go with the flow. It does say cleansing and receiving. So I do feel like there are some old ways that need to kind of be let go, especially in terms of feeling trapped. I feel like new perspectives could be coming in. That's part of this new beginnings here. Take this as an opportunity to rise from the ashes stronger and more determined. You guys could have had something go on, either with a close relationship or a family member that had you kind of feeling stuck. It could have had to do with maybe a King of Cups in your life. It doesn't have to be. It could be somebody that embodies those traits. Something that, you know, there needs to be like, something needs to be almost like a barrier needs to be broken, like cleansed out or spoken about, so that you can freely move forward. Or setting boundaries is important, so you know people know where you stand and they're able to honor you and respect you more in terms of that. So I do want to pull one more card for this group. What is Spirit's advice for pile number 2? Spirit's advice for pile number 2. What is Spirit's advice? Thank you. Life lessons. Okay, good. So you've got, you can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. So yeah, you guys could have definitely been through something. I was saying that, and I do feel like that could happen, you know, that could have happened in the past here and left you feeling stuck. And part of your new energy, you know, the energy coming towards you is realizing how you can set boundaries in order to not allow those same patterns to reoccur, or examine them in order to figure out how to move past those. And also, I did want to mention, I saw this card on the bottom of the deck and it really caught my eye. Your loved ones in spirit are waving hello and giving you reassurance that you'll be all right. So you do have protection from heaven, angels, whatever you believe in. There are entities that want to protect you at this time. It could be, you know, deceased loved ones even, and you have a heightened intuition about it. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. Thank you so much, Pile 2. I hope that helped you. I hope you have a lovely day. If you're not subscribed, I hope you consider subscribing. I would love to grow my channel. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose number 3 or this stone, these are the energies that are headed towards you at this time. So I just want to make a quick mention that I believe wholeheartedly in the laws of attraction and manifestation powers. And I do feel like we can change the energy frequencies that we work with. So I just want to continuously say that, because I feel like sometimes if you rely on tarot to predict the future, it takes away your power. And I don't ever want us to feel that way, because we have the paintbrush to paint our future. So I just want to mention that in my readings. But the energies that are coming towards pile number 3, very interesting. So you kind of got a dichotomy here of energies, pile 3. So what I see here is you have this immense power. Perhaps you aren't even aware of how strong you are. But you truly possess a very significant power, and you have the wherewithal, you have the inner strength to accomplish any goals. Right now, you might need to kind of harness basically your inner power to overcome certain obstacles or challenges. There may be some unhealthy patterns in your life that you want to get a hold of right now. You have that strength coming towards you, and you also have this desire to learn. You've got a lot coming at you right now in terms of wanting you to kind of soak in new experiences, the wisdom that we gain from life in general. I do feel like this group has a lot of wisdom to begin with, but you guys are I feel like this group's really hungry for knowledge, and you have the ability to learn very easily and fast. And I feel like there's a lot of things that you'll be wanting to learn or participate in the upcoming energy. And you also in the background have this focus, that you're focused on summoning this power within you to kind of give you the courage to take the necessary action that you need to in your life. And this is all about kind of honoring the power within you, whether that's with self-control, being honest about your ability to prioritize your higher needs in life, those kinds of things. So basically, when we get this card, it's telling us that we have the power within. We may not even realize how strong we are, and that something in your life, maybe, it could be anything, a recent challenge, a relationship, or something that you may have felt like you didn't have the power to handle. You do have it, and you also are very intelligent in this group. You also got this card, stand by your commitment. It says you're strong enough to keep the promise that you've made. Don't back out now. Your angels believe in you. So pile 3, what is the energy coming towards you? It's all about your strength. You guys are going to become extremely aware of the power that you harness in this world, or the power that you have within yourself in order to keep your commitments or to make the goals that you set for yourself. And you also have this other side that will be very curious and wanting to explore, and you'll have the strength and the energy in order to do it all, basically. Group number 3, I feel like you are going to be very busy coming up here soon, and you're going to want to be busy, and you're going to have the energy to be busy. I don't know why, but I feel like something to do with health could be coming up in this group, in terms of you guys really want to become the healthiest version of yourselves, which is beautiful. And that is all about, inner strength and making sure that you're making the best choices for yourself spiritually, health-wise, everything's involved, all encompassing in that. And I feel like, there may be a commitment to yourself you're trying to honor, and you'll have the strength to do that, pile number 3, which is lovely. And also you have this at the bottom of the deck, angelic assistance, divine guidance, and loving support. Know that you are very supported at this time by the universe to reach any goals or any willpower that is needed to reach either your learning goals or your physical goals or anything you're trying to do. I feel like you are going to be supported at this time. I just realized I didn't get you a tarot card, so I want to ask, what energies are coming towards pile number 3 at this time? What energies are coming toward pile number 3? Oh, yes. Okay, wisdom. Yes. So this is all about inner knowing, or being able to kind of go within and learn. The wisdom that the Hermit possesses is unmatched. You're going to be kind of wanting, like I said, you're going to be thirsty for knowledge. You're going to be wanting to seek out your higher self, your inner knowing. You're going to want to kind of learn more, understand more about life. And I feel like you are very supported to do that at this time. And it's interesting, because when we're on this path, we are just constantly I was going to say knowing. I feel like I said, I feel like this group's very intelligent. I also feel like on this path, you're going to be learning a lot about yourself through these journeys. And it's something that you are really, really going to profoundly shift your life through. When you see the Hermit, it's it's a very strong indication of truly learning and understanding life. So I feel like you guys are going through like an upgrade in regards to that. You're very supported by the universe at this time. Spirit, what advice can you give pile 3? Spirit, what advice do you want to give to pile 3 at this time? Be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. Spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. Yes, as I said, you guys are going to be kind of thirsty for knowledge and perhaps thirsty for people that are like on your same path. The Hermit card, when I see that, I also feel like this pile is totally okay with being alone. In fact, you may crave that a little bit right now in order to get these almost like, I feel like almost like downloads. I almost feel like you guys are going to be really learning a lot about yourself, which is going to help you understand life in a different way. But just remember to be gentle with yourself, and you're probably going through a major shift spiritually where you're learning a lot about it, and you may be craving interactions with people that are more spiritual as well, which is lovely. Also, wellness is at the bottom. Look, I did mention something to do with health in this pile. So it says the recovery of health and wellness is here. You could be really focused on just becoming the best version of yourself. And you are very supported at this time, pile 3. So I hope that helps you. I hope you're encouraged by that message. Thank you so much for being here. If you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and help me grow my channel. And I appreciate you being here. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose number 4 or this stone, these are the energies coming towards you at this time. So pile 4, I've said this in every pile. I just want to kind of reiterate it. I don't use tarot for prediction purposes, but I do like to do energy checks because we are surrounded by energy. There definitely are energies that we're working with. I even love Reiki because of that, because energy fields really can be shifted. That being said, we have the ability to manifest and to create our pathways forward utilizing our thoughts or adjusting the frequencies in which we are on. Pile 4, I keep noticing things like I keep wanting to like center things in this group. So maybe you're not feeling centered right now, or you're feeling a little bit out of balance for some reason. I do feel like there have been some conflicting energies around you, or there have been some conflicting thoughts perhaps, but this could be just this isn't, when you see the 5 of Wands, it's nothing that is earth-shattering. It's just kind of small conflicts, misunderstandings. This card is also, it can be about misunderstandings. It says duality, many meanings and misunderstanding. So this is all about how people are perceiving you, or how a situation is being perceived. It could be even be how you are perceiving someone or something. It also does talk about, like it says, dualities. You did have the Twin Flames card at the bottom of the deck. And this, to me, when it came up at the bottom, I was also thinking about balance and kind of, just not necessarily ebb and flow of life, but basically the balance that needs to be struck, or, how we all have the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies, and different circumstances require different approaches or thought patterns or energies in general. So those are the things that were coming into my mind when I saw that card. And then you also got uplift your thoughts, and it says focus your attention on the many blessings that surround you. By doing so, you'll let go of depression, poor self-esteem, and excess weight. So this group, because I even mentioned, without paying too much attention to that card, I mentioned perspectives. There may be a perspective shift that needs to change something, or the way that you're looking at something. And because of the this energy is a little bit more bumpy than the other pile. So because of that, I picked out of a different deck, and I did get this blessings card. So blessings could be on the way, or this was Spirit's way of saying, focus on your blessings, change your perspective. Something might need a shift. You know, look at your life and all the beautiful things in it, uplift your thoughts, change your perspective, and things will kind of fall into place. Like I said, I believe in the manifestation and laws of attraction in terms of our frequency, and the things that we focus on come about. So if you're feeling like there's a lot of misunderstandings going on, or you're getting these little spats, or people are misunderstanding your words, or you're misunderstanding them, and it's creating little barriers in your life, there may just be a very little shift that needs to be done in your thoughts, or by focusing on gratitude and, you know, the blessings that you currently have, being really thankful for what is in your life right now. And underneath that, with celebration and dance, perhaps, you know, you just need to look at the little wins and celebrate them more. Or there's a lot in your life that could be celebrated, and you're not looking at it sometimes because, and we all do this, we get really distracted by things in our lives, or our lives get busy, and we just, you know, there's a lot coming at us sometimes. And it does really seem like sometimes, you know, it's another day, another this, another that, you know, another problem. Oh my gosh. But sometimes we have to take a pause. We need to celebrate our little victories, and we need to celebrate our gifts that are our blessings in our lives that we don't even necessarily see on a regular basis, but that exist. I do want to read a little bit out of this card, just so that we can kind of tap into that energy that is coming towards you. This card is all about, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Bible, you may be familiar with the name Mary Magdalene. She was mentioned in the Bible, and historically she has been spoken of as a prostitute. This card is telling us that there were a lot of misunderstandings about her. She actually was a well-educated landowner. And so there were just so many misunderstandings in terms of who she was and what she did. And, you know, there was a lot of judgmental notions that were aimed at her because of those things. And that's kind of what this card is saying. So I just want to read a little bit about this. It says, your life is so full of dualities. You are at the same time masculine and feminine, physical and ethereal, fully human and fully divine. This card encourages you to explore all these true yet diverse aspects of yourself. It may feel strange to dive into new spiritual practices if you've always been physically oriented. An active masculine approach to life may feel unnatural if you've traditionally been in a more reflective and feminine mode, but these deeper layers of yourself now long to be expressed in opening up to these experiences. You will tap into important, previously unknown strengths and talents, and widen the scope of your spiritual and personal, and even your professional life. So this says, finally, there is a message of warning in this card regarding distorted perceptions. And that's when it talks about the misunderstanding about Mary Magdalene. And I kind of mentioned that to you guys already, but I do want to kind of skip ahead here. It says, also be aware of any misunderstandings you carry about yourself. Any limited or judgmental notions must be set aside. A clear understanding of your truth requires you to embrace your divine nature, the most gracious and powerful part of your many-faceted sparkling identities. So you guys may need to tap into that duality that we were speaking of, and perhaps, you know, like I said, change your perspective in some ways. Spirit, what is your advice for pile number 4? What is your advice for pile number 4? Also, you know what? I just got a thought while I was shuffling. In regards to this 5 of Wands, the little misunderstandings that can happen here and there. There are sometimes when we have misunderstandings that actually come out and we actually are able to talk through them, things can be repaired and brought to a better place than they ever were once those things have been brought to light and actually communicated about. So I just wanted to mention that. You have this natural beauty and authenticity, Be yourself as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. And look, guys, again, we have this duality here. So I do feel like this is about striking a balance, kind of, finding your balance in life, or kind of tapping into the other side of yourself that you don't always tap into. And also making sure that you're keeping an eye on your thoughts. If you are feeling very negative one day, really focus on your blessings and spend a day kind of in gratitude, and you will be amazed at how your perspectives will shift. And like I said, I keep wanting to adjust things. I keep kind of wanting to center things, and so you guys might need to kind of center yourself. And what I mean by that is kind of like ground yourself, feel more attached to nature and the earth, and maybe get outside and breathe the fresh air, look at the clouds, examine nature. Rainbows are one of those mysterious, really gorgeous, I shouldn't say mysterious because we do know kind of why they exist, but they're just so magical. And anytime we see them, I don't know about you guys, but for me, they're just naturally beautiful and uplifting, and it makes you feel really, for me, it just kind of makes me feel almost like a childlike happiness when I see them. I just want to smile. So I feel like being out in nature perhaps and getting yourself a little bit more grounded could help. But once again, maybe moving your body a little bit, dancing, celebrating little victories, uplifting your thoughts, and focusing on that dual nature that you possess. There could be some Geminis watching this too, because there's a lot of dual energy in Geminis, but it doesn't have to be. That doesn't mean that this isn't your pile if that's not you. But there could be some things that come up from your past in this pile. The energies that are coming up, these little disputes or little arguments or this could even be internally. That could be coming up in your thoughts. And this is kind of your time to step back, uplift your thoughts, change your perspectives. Focus your attention on your blessings, because that came up twice. You have blessings here, talking about blessings, and then blessings here. So really focus on your blessings at this time, pile 4. I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you on my channel moving forward. Thank you so much. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.